How y'all doing? Listen, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I really am not going to hold y'all too long. I'm going to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville because are y'all still watching? Are y'all still watching? I kind of lightweight checked out, but I'm still watching. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't watch episode 12. I finally watched the last episode, which is according to the TV Guide. I don't know if y'all remember TV Guide, but according to the title of the episode, it's season 9, episode 13. Supposedly, this is really season 5, episode 506. We don't really know what Owen got going on over there. We don't really know what Carlos be doing over there, why he be splitting up these shows like that. I'm not really sure. There has to be a reason behind it. Maybe that's above our pay grade. So come along with me to recap this madness hamster wheel that we go through every fall. Okay, I have notes because I really don't want to waste any more time on this. I am going to, my notes are all over the place, just like how if I was going off the dome, I would be all over the place. So bear with me. So what we have here is that what I remember offhand, because I'm not watching it again. Off rip, I remember Destiny saying, it's unfortunate that Melody is ostracizing herself. If any one of y'all really her friend, like any one of y'all cordial towards her, you know what I'm saying? Are any of you? Anytime she opened up her mouth, y'all looking at her like she crazy. So there's that. So Trisha and Mel's little argument, it really was much to do about nothing, absolutely nothing at all. I feel like Melody was ready to tussle with her, as in verbal tussle with her, because she's a producer of this show and she was looking for, you gotta bring some type of entertainment, but it had no substance to it, none whatsoever. Like, it didn't make any sense. It's just like watching going back and forth, like, but what are y'all really talking about, though? Y'all really wasn't talking about none, because Trisha, your excuses, I don't really care. I don't got no beef. I don't really care what you're talking about, because Melody said that you were still in love with your baby daddy. She might have been being messy, and she might have just been joking and being shady. You took it to another level. Why? You look like you was looking for a moment. You absolutely were looking for a moment. Because you have so much smoke in your confessionals when you're speaking to all the other girls. And then when she confronts you, you're like, well, then that's good. That's what's going to be. That's how it's going to be. Then fine. That's fine. Like, and then you talk about you needed to have a pep talk to come here. And then you in this busted wig at this wedding. Yeah, my head looked like this, but I'm going to still talk about your wig. And then you got a nerve to talk crazy about Melody again. Like, what is that? Are you mad because Marquez was trying to holla? I don't know. Like, what is your gripe with her? There is no gripe. She should be mad at you. like, she should really be just mad at you for being with her kid's father when they were still married. Even though she had moved on, she could have picked that whole fight. But she don't really care. Martell was cheating up and down Huntsville. So, like, really, you're a non-factor. You are now trying to be a factor with your lockjaw. Like, come on, Trisha. You really, in the beginning, I gave you grace. Because it looked like you weren't comfortable on these cameras, but you got comfortable, kind of, sort of. And then now you're wanting to be like, you got all the smoke for Melody. Girl, you're looking thirsty. And you looking like you want to be on season 20, episode 6 on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't know. Is Kenton going to still be there? We'll see. Trisha was at the wedding, and then she was saying, oh, you could tell that she was lying. It's kind of like, just say that we was fighting and he ain't coming. Because y'all was fighting, and that's why he ain't came. That's why he didn't come. Because y'all was fighting. Come on now. Please. He didn't want to go. I'm going to stand by that. I feel like she could have said, oh, he had to work. She was like, oh, he had an emergency with his family. Girl, lies. This low-budget bachelor party was really, I don't know what that was, where it was being held. The strippers were sitting on the seats while Trisha and Melody was arguing, and then Destiny trying to be the peacemaker. Oh, well, we got to shift the energy, and then as soon as Sonny come in, that same energy catch you. Now, you really gobbled her up because it's really easy to read Sonny. It's really easy because she's thirsty just like Trisha. Because, like, why you live in Detroit? Why are you in Huntsville? Like, and then your man in jail because he not an adult and don't know he can't cross state line because he on probation. Like, come on. Now, I do believe Destiny would have definitely, if she put hands on Sonny, she probably would have won that fight. Probably. I don't know. They got a lot of mouth. I don't know. I'm not sure. I was adamant when I was taking the notes, but now that I think about it, I'm not too sure if she would. I'm not sure if they know how to fight strategically to win. You know what I'm saying? I think emotionally she would probably be ready to fight for sure. But then when she walked outside, I appreciate her Destiny walking outside to cool down and not leaving because you're going to give Sonny the moment. And then Letitia Scott, in her confessional is just like, y'all need to stop inviting Sonny everywhere. I agree. But will Carlos not let her come? Of course not. He's going to want her to come because he wants the drama on the show. When Destiny went outside with Letitia, I was like, that's where I was like, oh, maybe she really, maybe she would have fought her. I'm not sure. But she was a little bit too close for my comfort. And she wasn't even in my face. I was uncomfortable for Tisha. And the energy wasn't even coming towards me. It was like, you just a little bit too close to me. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. There's so much fodder online, so much people saying here and here and there and there. Like, you know how they ended the episode. Ken left off in his Corvette and left her at the house that he said he paid for everything. Trisha is using you, Ken. Trisha is using you, Ken, and you want to be used. That is the nature of y'all relationship. She doesn't understand. You can't articulate that I am not mad about Martell. I'm not mad about Marquez. I'm mad that you lie. I don't know why you can't just come out and say that, because where it comes from her, coming from her point of view, she just see you bringing up these men and it's like, it's a non-factor. Like, why you keep bringing them up? It's not about them. It's about you being a habitual liar. I don't know why he can't get that across. The both of y'all emotional intelligence is kind of shaky. So I think, Ken, you need to get that woman some space, but you all know they probably still together. Still not engaged, and she's still not divorced. So, what are we really doing? I have no idea. Can you in this hero complex? I don't know. Y'all need to step back. Y'all need to step back from each other. Y'all need to learn how to communicate in a way where you don't get so frustrated you can't find your words. Like simple words, like it's not about them. It's about the fact that you lied. An omission to him, an omission is a lie. She lied to everybody. Each person she spoke to, she gave a little piece of information about that Martell thing. We all know that Martell will not invite no woman to the house and y'all ain't do nothing. Nobody believed you. I didn't believe you. No one that's watching this as a spectator sport believed that y'all did not do anything. Period. We didn't need Marquez and his receipts that he had with the blogger Millie Chun. We didn't need it. We already knew. And I didn't need no proof. Whatever. Now they're all at the wedding, and this goes back to the beginning when I said that Destiny said that Mel ostracized herself. Mel does not want to be near that man. That man is toxic. Now, why she wasn't dealing with the girls? Maybe because of Trisha. She don't want to be around Trisha in that wig. I'm not sure why she sat down at the table with them. Maybe she was doing something at that scene when Trisha got Bucky. You know what I'm saying? With her mouth about Mel. But it seems like she was just avoiding confrontation with Martell. Because you know Martell would, just like Tom from Vanderpump Rules, would find a moment on camera to try and talk to her. He would. Absolutely he would. And she's avoiding that. And she's avoiding having to rehash the same thing over and over with that man. That is all it is. That is all it is. Now, let's go to the men. Y'all remember when Eminem was on the rooftop and they was arguing and I called it their little pussycat fight? That's exactly what it was. Their little pussycat fight. That fight really was absolutely nothing. That fight mostly embarrassed Tisha. Her husband mostly embarrassed her in that actual argument. Because the argument was just them sizing each other up, basically. That's all it is. Because remember, the reunion is already filmed. So the crash out that he had a couple weeks ago talking about, like, when that episode aired and he was like, I got receipts and blah, 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 and he was crashing on the internet. None of that is going to be in the reunion. So, like, what are we really doing? Okay. Yeah, so I called it that little pussycat baby fight because apparently strippers brought them back together with that lame, low-budget bachelor party that they had at the house. Whoever's house. I don't know. It looked lame and low budget. And then they're all sitting together at the wedding, and I agree with Melody. I see y'all could sweep everything under the rug and y'all could be cool. Because you know Melody knew they got into a fight, even though she wasn't there. She know. So she's like, I guess everybody could just, sweep everything and be what? Fake. So there is that. Like, you dap him up, y'all talking. Marceau is like, oh, I feel bad that Melly's over there sitting over there by herself. And then, Destiny had to chime in with her pick me self. Well, she's over there and that was a choice that she made. Blah, 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 blah. She does not want to be next to Martell. Please. That's all I have to say about this whole season was just a wash, honestly. The whole season, I give it a 5. The entire season is a 5. 13 episodes of the same thing every episode. Melody trying to make a moment out of Maurice and his lipstick. I don't know where she got that from. That was a reach. Kimmy and Maurice not really talking about his DUI. Not at all. That 5 minutes that they had in that one episode, they could talk about Martell. They could talk about Melody. They could talk about Mel. They could talk about Melody. They could talk about Monster's mom. But they can't talk about his DUI. We could talk about Kimmy's cancer and how he was trash. And then he went on Carlos' show to apologize. Like, it really just, it's giving that the stuff that's online and what Melody is supposedly exposing about Carlos is that he's very manipulative. He's a liar. This is all alleged. This is what Melody has been saying on her socials. And it just seems like Carlos just has a monopoly on all of these cast members. And unfortunately, Melody thought she was above it all. And she's not. Unfortunately. So now she's learning the hard way. Now, I feel like if things are going to go down differently, I feel like this whole show should be squashed. Don't give us... Because who's watching it without Melody and Martell? Who's watching it? Are you watching? I'm not watching. Even if I do watch, right? It's not going to be an every Saturday night like usual. It's not. Because who wants to listen to the Espos? Who wants to listen to Marceau build and not build a house? Who wants to listen to Maurice, who's an attorney, but has side businesses that they don't even talk about? Why? Why can't they talk about it? Is it not his entire business? Let's talk about Scope not even building anything. Where is Scott Manor? Like, these are the things that we would like to know. Why are they not talking about that? All they do is talk about Melody Martell. Then they talk about Destiny and her sex life. Who cares? Not me. I mean, what are they going to give us without Melody and Martell? Because even with Melody and Martell on the show, it's like, what is the point? What is the point? What are we doing? That they should make a show. Carlos, you should make a show that said, what are we doing? Let's list out the things that we're doing and the things that we should be doing and differ to that. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of this. This is ridiculous. Like, Melody is not innocent. She is very messy. She thought that she could co-produce and be a Carlos King. And he sold her out, allegedly. That's what she feels like, and that's what it looks like, honestly. We ain't gonna never know. Nell did look very pretty. I don't know how I feel about the blonde hair, but it looks nice on her. Her wedding dress was very beautiful. You know, Fletcher. He's so cute. What else? Lance and Destiny is such a squash. Like, what was that? Anyway, I'm not even going to discuss it. What else? That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. We got a little snippet of the reunion. Kimmy is trying to read Melody about her botched booty job. I mean, I ain't noticed. I mean, Kimmy should gather her about that lipstick. So I feel, and this is how I'm gonna end this. I feel like somebody fed her Melody information about that lipstick, and they said this and they said that about it. And she brought it to camera because she is a producer and she's a cast. And she honestly had stake in it because y'all could talk about all the stuff I do, but don't nobody talk about the stuff y'all be doing. Which, I mean, she's valid, but she was being messy. She was being messy because it didn't look like he had lipstick on. And I don't like how they're trying to dismiss this DUI like it wasn't a big deal. Because cops pull you over, they have the right, fortunately, unfortunately, to pull you over under suspicion. Now, if you roll down the window and they smell alcohol and you refuse the breathalyzer or the tests or whatever, they're going to take you in. Now, if they suspect it and you're driving, regardless if you do the test or not, they could take you in. And most likely they will take you in. And he got taken. He got taken. He got took to jail and he got fingerprinted and he was in there and then got bailed out the next day. So, I mean, I don't know if it was he bailed out? Was there a bond even? I don't even know. Don't really care, but they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. And it's weird. Carlos and Owen, I don't know what y'all gonna do with this show. I just need y'all to come a little bit better. Like, DC was cool. Detroit was all right the first season. It's all becoming it's all just becoming a mess. We want to see what the purpose was from the beginning. These people building homes, these people showing off their business and how they intertwine their love and marriage. All we're seeing is accusations of cheating. All we're seeing is other people coming in and causing mischief. And I don't want to thrive and watch that mess anymore. So all I'm asking is just do a little better. Melody, I hope you can become a Mariah Huck and just be the executive producer and collect a check. Because you don't need this show. You don't need this show. You don't need this show. And as much as you talk about how Carlos is toxic and the work environment is horrible and blah, blah, blah. If you sue him, you sue him. However, if you sue him, put in that clause that you still want to be executive producer of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. And if he scrapped the whole show, then he scrapped the whole show. He could rename it. So add into it that whatever iteration that he has in Alabama that includes whoever or whatever, definitely get your name on it. That's it, y'all. I guess we'll watch the reunion. Why it gotta be 3 parts? Anyways, I said I was gonna keep y'all here long, and I still kept y'all here long. Anyway, we're gonna watch the reunion, and I'll just watch it and recap all 3, and we're gonna just be done with it. I'm done with it, like Dr. Jackie. All right, you guys, like the video. It helps boost the channel. Subscribe, comment, and let me know what y'all feel about these crazy people in Huntsville. All right, bye.